Ah, it's already raining. I feel at home. Oh shit. That's not good. Not quite the gentleman, huh? Leaving her out in the cold like that? Case 0. The last drop. Monday. Ooh, I like the look of our place. Look at that. Brick walls. Cozy furniture. Oh yeah, I would definitely come have a drink here. Alright, that interface looks pretty cool. We have some buttons here. Intoxication and affection. Says in there in a bad mood. We have some actions. And this gentleman here is called Vincent Flore. So let's go have a chat with them. The hazy overlit lights in your speakeasy buzz to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. The bookshop owner and your landlord. Vincent... Oh no, we have to talk to our landlord. That's not a good start. Vincent Flore takes a seat at the bar and begins mumbling to himself. What a day. Siren literature is providence bound in leather, but to my customers, my books may as well be doorstops. Well, as the bartender, we do have a duty to ask, is everything okay? Pretty not. If I ordered the card of fools and received just one of my customers, I would have gotten my money's worth. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink, so dazzle me. Cool thing to notice as well, this is not something that you see a lot. This person has a Thai bar, which is pretty sweet. Also nice trimmed stash. Interesting style of clothing in general, to be honest. Alright, what can I get you? This evening... Okay, so some days your customers will be in a bad mood. This can also be caused if we serve them a ruined drink, or by choosing dialogue options that upset or anger them. When a customer is in a bad mood, it is shown here in the bottom left. Thankfully, serving a customer their favorite drink will lift their spirits and cure their bad mood. Press the serve button in the bottom right to start making Vincent a drink. Alright. Customers will usually avoid discussing unpleasant topics when in a bad mood. You have to cure it before you can interrogate them. As you get to know your clients better, make sure to learn what their favorite drink is. You can always ask them what they like to get a hint. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Vincent perks up. Let's see if we can cheer you up. Haha, that's the spirit. Alright then. So he would like an Eastern Ruby, which is whiskey, syrup, lemon juice, red wine and whiskey in the same drink. I can't help but feel that. That is a drink and a half. Alright then. To successfully mix a drink, you will need to add all the necessary ingredients to the shaker by passing through them with the arrow, fumbling along the lines in the direction it is pointing. Once you start following the path, you will need to keep up the pace as a red arrow will start following you. Make sure it doesn't catch up with you before you reach the end of the path, or the drink will be ruined. Alright then, let's keep... Oh shit, okay, it's actually quite fast. Boom. Got an achievement for our first perfect drink. We are so good at this, but of course I would be. Well done. Vincent is no longer in a bad mood, and he's gained more affection towards you. The more a customer likes a certain drink you give them, the more their affection towards you increases. Their favorite drink will reward the most affection. Customers will not appreciate being served a bad drink. If you fail to properly mix the cocktail, customers will be displeased, and you will lose with all but one action for the remainder of the conversation. Right, so we have 4 of them even. You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. When I was looking for a bartender to run this place, I hoped for someone as good as you. but didn't expect it. Especially with your background. What do you mean? Is it because I'm a bird? Is that it? This place could have become naught but cloudy moonshine and rough customers. Yet you are already proving to be more than that. Supply lines for alcohol are fraught, but so you'll have to adapt your drinks menu to circumstance. But a recent shipment of vodka from Rusalka came to my possession, and as such, some old classic cocktails are on the menu once more. Lucky me, I suppose. Anything else I can help? Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps? My favorite gentleman's club is a buzz with chat about a crackdown on speakeasies. Okay, it's this era, huh? My companions have warned that the local constabulary is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers. Lawbreakers? I suppose that's what we are now. We've opened a bar during a prohibition. Even if that prohibition is ridiculous. Okay, so we're a prohibition-era speakeasy. I see. Perfect. Birbs apparently don't have a good reputation as drinksmiths. Apparently not. I think it's more that we're trying to become a drinksmith in an era where it is illegal to be one. It's not that bad. It's not like I'm a dealer, right? Not really. If we squint an eye, it's okay. The law is the law, but what's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. The people of Zara should not exchange freedom for safety. So what if we get raided? It's unlikely they would target my establishment, and I have friends in the constabulary. But you should take precautions nonetheless. Try not to irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on their quality. I'd imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with loose tongues. Alright, I'll be careful. Good. You see, there's a reason I bring all this up. Vincent reaches into this inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He spreads it on the bar top so you can read the heading. Speakeasy guest found dead. Right, that's the alleyway that we saw in the intro. So it's called the Bukovian Herald. So I'm gonna take a guess here that this game is set in an alternate, because it's talking about the Bukovi police, but I don't actually know of a real location that is named that, or that would ring a bell. Gonna do a quick Google. No, it's Zara is a fictional country. The first result that came up was this game, and the country of Zara is fictional. So, okay, that's at least something explained. In the early hours of the morning, the body of an as of yet identified young woman was found in an alley of the Bukovi Boulevard. I don't know why I have so much trouble with that phrase there. You have to forgive me for that. I am a little tired, but we'll make it through. Don't worry, chat. Bukovi police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside the speakeasy and that the proprietors, as well as several guests, have been detained for questioning. This murder is also certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by the so-called Bukovi killer. Citizens are urged not to attend these illegal establishments for their own safety, and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activities taking place. Okay, so I'm guessing that most of these, You'll take one cold brewski. Hey Nate, how's it going? How you doing? Welcome in. Let's see if I got that right. Let's go. Last playing Death Stranding. How's that going for you? How are you doing today? Welcome in. Don't get too bothered by all this tittle-tattle. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by puritanical bureaucrats on the city council. That does sound like a conspiracy theory, doesn't it, Vincent? It does not. Greedy, joyless politicians are making sure this prohibition is enforced. They can spin tales of crime and murder if it's in their interest. You know a Sarin politician is lying when his mouth is moving. The scoundrels are not above manufacturing a villain to scare the populace. You're well doing some work. You took this Thursday and Friday off. Let's go, that's awesome. Death Stranding is super fun. I get to see Norman Reedus' butt. What? I'm gonna need some context. That is one wild statement. I don't know if you heard, but you like a game called Skatebird? I have played Skatebird. It was quite fun, but the controls were a bit janky, so I had I liked the idea a lot, but it didn't pilot very well. But I have played it. Also, it is not a good game because in the skins there is a Stellar's Jay and there is no Blue Jay, so it's a horrible game by default. Norman gets the shower, so you constantly see him naked. Okay, alright, bunch of shower scenes. Do you mind if I ask who Norman is? Is Norman the protagonist, or...? Yeah, that's not gonna work now. Mix It Up is very broken today. So... I think a bunch of the redeems are also gonna be broken. I'm sorry about that. Please don't hit too many of them today. No, it's not working. I'll have to fix it at a later point, I guess. Oh, he's an actor. All right, because they did take some. They took a lot of. I know Matt Mikkelsen is in there somewhere too, right? The Carlsberg guy. Yeah, I know they took some likenesses of actors. I think it's a cool thing that they do that. I played Cyberpunk fairly recently, so we got to see Keanu Reeves do his thing. I'm trying to think. It's becoming more popular to take actors in, or the likeness of an actor. Mads is top 5. He's a very good actor, for sure. Right then. So, it turns out there's a bit of, there's murders happening around the boulevard, and they're using it to crack down on speakeasies. He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table, his fingers nervously rattling on the glass. A murder at a speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous. But I wonder if the... Holy shit, why was that so delayed? Huh? That was loud as hell. I'm sorry about that. Normally Jason's supposed to pop up on the screen, but Mix It Up is being a bit of a dick today and not working properly. But it decided playing the sound would still be okay. Okay, sure, I guess. It worked at least. It was half a minute delayed and it scared me. Right. It's better than what I bargained for. Can say that again. So, but I wonder if those who indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp that fact. I imagine the authorities will paying closer attention to venues like ours. Technically, I'm not doing anything wrong. It's a bookstore. I mean, it even looks like a bookstore. We have some shelves here, small libraries. If they ask, say it's a book club. They think we offer safe haven to vagabonds and scoundrels, but all we want is to kindle the dying flames of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth of bread of fine gentlemen and ladies who will frequent our establishment. Exactly. There are only classy people here, having in-depth conversations such as... I know the first thing that came to mind was the fall of the Roman Empire. I guess that works. That's some high-class history discussion, right? We can all talk about that, chat. Give them props for making this place look like not a bar. It looks like a bar. Let's be real. It looks very much like a bar. A really classy one, but it's a bar. I think you could get away with... saying it's a coffee place, if not for the fact that it looks like we're in the basement. We're trying to hide it just a little bit. But I guess we can try and go for the tea room vibe, maybe. Right, but heed my words, friend. Be on your guard. I will. We're on Bukati Boulevard, so the locals are a mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. Okay, so we are on the street. We're on the boulevard where the murder happened, or where the murders have been happening. That does not inspire much confidence. My friends especially are people of culture and arts. Ah, I see you're a person of culture as well. There's no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I imagine most be harmless. I'd hope so anyway. A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey and lemon, wine and cheese crackers, that sort of thing. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sweeping up eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night. I hear you. One more thing. We both know this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give this your opportunity, and I've turned a blind eye to your past troubles. Make sure those troubles stay in the past, and you keep your nose clean. Got it. If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise to keep you safe. One hand washes the other. We have a deal. Good, good. Thank you for the libations. I should return home. I hope business goes well tonight. Alright then. See you, Vincent. Not bad. Every day will bring a different group of customers to your speakeasy. It's a big place, so look left and right to check for any customers seated on the edges of the room. You can click on the customer to call them over for a chat at the bar. Let's try it out on this mysterious woman in the back. Right. The woman takes a seat, looking exhausted. She squints at you, like she can't decide if you're a friend or a foe. But deciding you decided to come in here, so you better think of me as a friend, or you will remain quite thirsty, and I don't think that works in anyone's benefit. Rough day, huh? You have no idea. Although you're on your feet all day serving people with too much money, so maybe you have some idea. Grundon Heights is fully booked, so me and everyone else in the laundry service are run off our feet. There's nothing like changing hotel bedsheets during a spice trader symposium. Do you know how frustrating it is to have a fat, bald, old man explain the logistics of his spice trading company and how it made him rich? And he's doing that while he changes sweaty bedsheets. I can only guess. Sometimes I push my face into a pillow and scream so loud I feel like I'm going to crack the walls. But then I stop. And nothing has changed. It sounds like you need a drink. Yeah, something that feels like being slapped in the face. With a slice of lime. A slice of lime wrapped around the cricket bat. I trust your judgment. That's kind of funny actually, because if you've ever read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, there's a drink in there called the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. And the taste of it is described as a slice of lime wrapped around a brick, and then someone clobbers you with the brick. And most places will not serve you one. Alright. We get a clean glass from the tray, put it on the table. One drink coming up. I'm so excited. Okay. There are several indicators to the right of each cocktail that provide more information about the drink in question, including whether your customer likes it or not. A question mark means you don't know yet how to feel about this cocktail, while a star means it's their favorite. Customers will also have drinks they like and ones that they feel neutral about. This information gets updated every time you serve a customer a new drink. Serving liked and favorite drinks will improve your relationship with a customer faster than neutral. Okay, so the red thing indicates the smoothness, which determines how long a customer is willing to stay and talk after being served, and how many actions you'll be able to take. Every new topic you discuss will cost you one action. Once the action counter runs out, customers will leave the bar. So don't forget to serve a drink whenever you talk to them. Customers can be called back as long as actions remaining, but can only be served once a day. Meanwhile, the percentage sign is the alcohol percentage, so the more higher it is, the more drunk they get. And some questions will require them to not be super sober, so we can pry it out of them. But someone who gets drunk will go home. Now, you know the power the bartender holds. The better your drink fits the customer's taste, the more affection you will receive. You can also affect their mood, as well as how talkative they will be. Now let's make her a drink, shall we? So let's have a look at this copper bullet. So vodka, lime juice, ginger ale, ice cubes. Yeah, that's a Muscat meal. That's a pretty good one. Let's go with that. Oh, it even has the bullet shape. Bam! Actually, pretty good cocktail in real life. I definitely like. You need to like ginger though. If you hate ginger, this tastes awful. Oh damn, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. No, I can see that. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. I can't just go home with all this fuzz in my head. When the prohibition closed the bars and clubs, everything got more expensive. An opera ticket cost a month's rent. And with everything being so busy, why is it so busy? Well, there's the Spite Merchant Symposium, but there's some big show going on as well. Everyone wearing this fancy threads. The women in those sparkly dresses and their heeled shoes. Looks like torture to me. You know, asking her if she don't cares about clothing. She folds bed sheets all day. I think she'd be pretty annoyed by her clothes. Do we have anything? Can I get a Tom Collins? Shaken. I have no idea what that is, and I'm missing the joke if it is one. I'm very sorry, Nate. But we can ask it, maybe. Alright, so you don't care about clothes? At the hotel, I only see the clothes lying on the floor, stained with peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folk going to the shows are clean. I guess I've cleaned up fewer wine stains now. So maybe the prohibition isn't all that bad. It's a very good drink. It's got gin and lemon in it. Let me have a quick look, actually. It is a cocktail. Huh. So it is... So to make a Tom Collins, it is gin, lemon juice, syrup, and soda. Sparkling water for the Europeans. That sounds pretty good. I would drink that. Seems pretty nice for this weather too. Alright then. So she downs her drink. Wiping... Well, you're downing this. That's an ambitious one, but sure. Wiping her mouth for any spills. Ooh! I'll take it as a compliment. This watering hole is new, right? That weird old guy put me on to this place. The night... Are we called the Nightcap? When I was a kid, my brother told me to go to the bartender and ask him that. And I said that, the bartender went, huh? I don't think it's... Okay, aside from the fact you were a kid, I don't think it's that exotic of a drink. Oh, hey, welcome back first. How's it going? You were, Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Mordecai? Okay. We need to start installing a counter at some point for how many people make a joke about the regular show when they come in. But yeah, sure. Today we're more birdie than usual because we're playing a game where we're in the speakeasy, and so you all know that when either the bird or the bar comes out, that's when we switch back. And also, I don't feel like using the model today because then I have to move my head too much, and I'm a little tired, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, I can't really do the shout they both do. Embrace it. I chose the theme, Nate. Of course, I am gonna embrace it. And yes, getting called Mordecai is very normal, as I'm very much used to it by now. I appreciate the recognition. So we can ask her, tell her the nightcap just opened, or we can say how old. If she says weird old man, it's probably Vincent, right? It's our landlord that told her, hey, you look like you need a drink. Let's ask, actually. How old? Oh, 50s, balding, but it's Vincent. Bit pudgy. Okay, it's Vincent, our landlord. That's the landlord. Oh, he might be weird and old, but this place is alright. What do you call it? The Nightcap. The Nightcap, huh? Funny name. Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. We also managed to guess her last name from her saying Clara. She's called Clara Salo. Mind if I just call you bartender? You don't seem too prissy about the type of customers you get. Grundon Heights has 3 hotel bars, but I didn't fit in at any of them even when they served booze. The staff bar was all drunken bellops, the bid bar was full of posers, and the Spire Lounge would charge me a fortune for just looking at the drinks menu. This place feels a bit more varied in its clientele. You got all sorts in here. We're all equal when we walk through these doors. I need to steal that phrase, that's such a good one. Her smile is warm, and she nods a little, like she just made up her mind about you. It's probably also the booze. I can get on board with that. Good. Well, I should be getting back. I got Bartitsu sparring classes and a shift tomorrow. And if I don't get a good sleep, both of those are going to beat the stuffing out of me. Alright then. You take care. So I wonder about the actions because we don't really have used any of them. Now that everyone has been spoken to, let's end the day by using the bell. Click the bell on the counter to signal all customers to leave and head home. You can also use it to end the day early when you don't feel like speaking to all customers. Alright then. Ding! Okay, so that's the shop above our place. Tuesday. Alright, straight back into it. A new customer takes a seat at the bar. Steal that line and get ready to hear, but some are more equal than others way too often. Beautiful. That makes it only better. You have a good rest of your stream. Thank you so much for being here, Foxy. Hope you have a good time. Wait, what was I gonna note? We are all equal. Walk for these things. Okay, it has been noted. We can continue. Alright then, so this is Awkward Gentleman. Alright, Mr. Gentleman. What's going on? A new customer takes a seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room and then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times, like he expects someone to sneak in after him. So, considering the outfit, the fact you didn't take your gloves off when you came in here, 100% this is a copper. I feel it. The man doesn't hesitate to tap the bar, demanding the attention you're already giving him. What can I get you? How does this place work? Just like a regular bar, no butlers or whatever? I just want a drink. Okay, probably maybe not a copper because they're not usually that straightforward. Yeah, anything in particular? I don't care. You choose. Oh, I already asked him that. You leave a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Ready to serve. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna have to make a gamble on this one because I have no clue what this person will like. Okay, chat. What do you think they would prefer to have? Okay, I don't really take them for someone who likes a sugary drink. What is this one? Herbal bitters and whiskey. Orange. That sounds actually quite nice. Okay, probably not this one because this one is a straight knockout drink. I'm betting on cold. I was thinking cold winter too. Let's make a cold winter. Which is... I didn't really see what it is. Oh, it's nice that the patterns are different for all of these. There we go. I think this is a good espresso martini. I didn't really look at... I had to look at the ingredients again. It looks like one at least. Not bad. Not bad at all. Very pleasant actually. You have probably guessed that I'm here for more than a drink. We have business. Do we? Business? He sets down today's newspaper, but rather than turning it as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a foot. It's coffee, liquor, coffee, and I'm not exactly... I need to check again. Coffee, liquor, Kahlua, it could be. Alright. So, victim identified. The headline reads, latest Bukawi Boulevard victim identified. In a statement to the press this morning, Bukawi police finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bukawi killer. The body of 24-year-old Natalia Reed, a native Tsaran and lifetime resident of Bukawi, was found yesterday in the unnamed alley off Bukawi Boulevard at 6 in the morning by a local resident heading out of work. You thought he needed the coffee because he looks like an investigator? That's what I thought as well. And that was also probably why it was not a great reason to give him a coffee if he knows that if he's part of the police force. But we might be able to curry some favor with that. Police have since confirmed that the crime took place outside the speakeasy known as the Last Drop, which the victim, a junior accountant, was known to frequent in their off time to drink and gamble. The illegal business has since been shut down, resulting in several arrests. Police Commissioner Aldea urges the public to be careful and to come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation, as the perpetrator remains at large. Natalie Reed's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, says only that he assumed she was just late again. Have you encountered anyone acting strangely at this establishment? You spring to mind. We haven't really met anyone so far, so say not really. I doubt that. None. Really. There's a lot of unusual behavior around right now. Did you read the news yesterday? I did read that the speakeasy guest was found dead. And since you just served me alcohol, that would make this place. Do we want to try and talk this way out this one? Nah, we'll play along. This is a speakeasy. We're not gonna beat around the bush, are we? Exactly. He reaches into... Oh, fuck. It's the police. I knew it. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out the police badge. His name reads Constable Hugo Mertens. He waits a moment to make you understand the gravity of the situation. I'm investigating a series of murders that took place inside established speakeasies. Are you gonna shut us down? Is that the question you want to ask here? Because we can help him, right? Okay. Speakeasies are at the moment one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours, so one of your patrons could be a killer. And you need my help. You'll be helping yourself. If your clientele keeps getting murdered, well, that's not great for business. For a time, your establishment has protection from me and from the rest of the constabulary. This place is no longer a bar. It's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer. With your help. Your first assignment is to interview these drunkards and find out if any of them frequented that speakeasy where we found Natalia Reed. Do that. And then I might just extend your time a bit longer so we can figure out who's behind all this. I'm guessing there's no opt-out. I don't feel like I'm getting much of a choice in this, do I? He shakes his head slowly and pulls the badge from the table and places it back into his inside pocket. I did my homework. I know who you are. Just think of it this way. As a reformed citizen, you should be more than happy to help out. You're holding it over me. Got it. Shit, that was the wrong thing to say. You might not be too fond of the constabulary, but you have to be realistic. Right now, we want the same thing. I'll do it. Good. Any questions? Where should I start? Give me a solid lead of the people in this establishment who are present at the same speakeasy where Natalia Reed was found. As a former criminal, I'm sure you know ways of making people talk. There's no doubt in my mind your less savory connections might know more. How does everyone know that we are a criminal? Our landlord knows this? This guy knows it? Do we not get do we not get a break? This is turning into chicken police all over again, where we walk in, and the first thing people say is, it's the chicken police. Yeah, no shit, I knew that. I just realized the quick save buttons. We could have quick saved before we talked to him. Okay, too bad. That's not gonna happen. We'll have to see if it doesn't break us too bad. Once you prove you're capable of collecting this information, I accept I'm not wasting my time. From there, I can divulge a bit more about the case. I'll see what I can do. Good. Right, so how do I investigate? You interrogate everyone at your bar, and you ask the right questions. Get to know them, make them willing to talk. A drink might loosen their tongue. I suggest you keep track of your findings in a notebook or something. I also see you have an unused pinboard in the room behind you. Detectives at the station like to use those to keep their minds organized. Visualizing connections makes them easier to understand. Okay, so he wants us to do the conspiracy board with the red string. I get it. I'll give it a try after my shift. Good. Alright, let's move on. You're part of this now. Okay. So, speaking with customers will provide you with clues about the current case. These clues can be reviewed in the notebook at any time. Using the Show Clue button lets you present the clue from your notebook to the customer you're currently talking to. Then you ask them for more information or confront them with some evidence. Presenting clues to customers is crucial to uncovering new evidence to solve your case. Helpful customers may be able to spot lies, provide new information, or provide an alibi. But be careful. Showing certain people confrontational evidence may just affect their mood. Right then. Time is short, and I expect something soon from you. Solid from you. Soon. This case is the highest priority, and you're on the clock. If we don't have the killer in 2 weeks, this gets kicked upstairs to the Confederated force. And if that happens, my career is in tatters, and your bar is finished. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. 2 weeks to prove we are not children playing detectives. 2 weeks to save our careers and our reputations. 2 weeks to make our streets safe. And save some lives while we're at it. Okay, so that... You cannot see it because of the filter I use. There's a counter up here next to the day that says 2 out of 16. So that's the deadline we're running against. No pressure. Okay, so we're gonna have to judicially use a bit more of the click saving. So we have this girl as well, this woman came in, and this guy. Peter Wagner. Peter Wagner enters your bar. You recognize him by the scar on his cheek. It's been a while, and you don't quite know if you're ready to see him again. He takes a seat, looking you in the eye. You can't quite tell if he recognizes you. You hope he doesn't. Welcome to the nightcap. Creative location for a speakeasy. The filth are looking for old bars opening up again, not basements owned by bookworms. Make me a real drink so I can forget all the weird cat piss they serve in the stacks. If memory serves, you makes a good so usually a bit sweet for my tastes. Do we know each other? Do we play pretend or just go with the miss me? Let's try that. Okay, that was the good one. So you miss me, Peter? Every day. Was crying myself to sleep on the pillow soaked through with tears. You feel the same, I imagine? Sure. He raises his eyebrows and shoves a few coins away. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out, eh? Anything that you'd like? Going all sweet on me now? Well, I'd like a hint of coffee to go with my drink. Alright then. Let's mix a drink. Peter leans low and his chin rests on the bar, the light casting the long scar of his cheek. His eyes twinkle as he looks up at you. Alright then. Let's see if I can remember what you like. Okay, so he said coffee and not sweet, so I think we're gonna serve them the cold winter as well. Let's try that. Oh, it's actually a different pattern? Interesting. I think the last one was more around the edges, right? I wonder how I get the perfect... No, okay, I do get the perfect on it. Let's see how that goes. This career shift is starting to make sense. You have talent. So you're a bartender now. Well, that's an odd one. But if you want to pull a curtain over your past, I'll go along. Everyone knows about our past. Can we not escape it at all? Peter's a criminal. More specifically, he's an enforcer for the feared crime lord Carla. But as soon as you don't owe money, insult him, or spill his drink, You should be fine. Okay, he's a henchman, or what we would have called it a goon, but that word has taken on a very different connotation in this day and age, and therefore is not the most usable anymore. We were that famous? Apparently so. Apparently so. Strange how that face with a frightening scar can light up a room when he smiles. Though it doesn't happen often. Level 1 crook. That's just how mafia works. How can someone so dangerous be so charming? Thank you. Your rival speakeasy ain't too appealing. I can see why you're getting busier. The other places either turn away anyone without a duchy, or they host the blood off the dance floor each night. The last drop was the only one I could appreciate, but it got shut down a few days ago because of the murder. I think I could probably push him a little bit with this, right? Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought. So I asked her, what's a little blood to you? I'm a teddy bear. I got claws, but I don't want to get them out when I'm trying to hold my wine glass. You notice him bite the inside of his cheek. For a moment, you think he's going to try denying it. Instead, he shrugs. I reckon my job ain't good or bad. It's neutral. Cause and effect and all that. What I do is a natural result of the system we all live in, and the deals people make. I don't really like that, but I don't feel like confronting him with it is the right thing to do. Neutral? I take no responsibility to happen to the folk I collect from. They knew the deal they was getting into when they took the money. But even though I don't feel bad for them, that don't mean I want to go drinking with gorillas like me, who'll laugh about smashing open some indebted shopkeeper's skull. He takes a final long sip of his drink and sets the empty cup down on the table. You're not a complete monster. I'm just Peter, and I play my part without prejudice or pleasure. Like I said, cause and effect. And now if you excuse me, this drink has had an effect on me. I need to take care of that. Sure thing. Okay, so this person knows about their past. There's someone on the... It looks like there's someone... Oh, there's someone sitting over here as well. Man, he looks depressed. We should probably have a talk with him. So... Let's see. So, we know about Peter. A former partner. So, it's someone that we worked with together. So, we know the last shop was closed down and Peter used to go there. And he is a dipped collector for the underworld. Okay. Right then. Do we have any clues yet? Yeah, we can ask about the last drop. Okay. Let's ask this gentleman. Oh, it's a priest. A miserable looking man sits down at the bar. A big crowd follows him. Once he has your attention, he peruses the drink stack behind you. What can I get you? I never understand all these names. Something strong, please. If I'm doing something wrong, I might as well do it right. Anything else besides strong? Not really. Just strong. Alright then. What can we get? What does the goddess want you to order? Speak me quickly, and with less jokes. Okay, well we can try and knock them out with this, but this gets them smashed and then they'll probably go home, so that's not a great idea. There is something called an evening prayer. We could try that. I think that's maybe not a bad idea. I don't know how I feel about mixing things that have wine in them, though. Let's see, is that that's probably the strongest we have aside from this thing. So let's give the prayer of hands, of course. Right then, let's give that a go. Goes down quite nicely. He shrugs. Place the glass against his lips and downs the rest. When the glass is empty, he wags his finger for you to refill it. How about we start with your name? Really don't know who I am? I'm Father Lacey, but you can call me John. I'm a priest at the church up the road. You know this is... okay, we are also drunk already. You know this is alcoholic. We are permitted. Besides, how could the goddess resent a priest drinking in this city? That bad? You took confessions too, you wouldn't ask. Ah, shit, that pissed him off. What do people confess? Everything you can imagine and more. I used to have faith in humanity. Well, here you go. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Godspeed, John. He downs the rest and stands up, tips his head, and takes his leave. Well, not much else we can talk to John about. I don't think we could have asked him about the other place. It doesn't seem like the kind of guy. Maybe we could have done that. Damn, I didn't think of that. Well, maybe we can ask her about it. An obscenely glamorous woman wipes the stool clean before gingerly sitting on it. Oh yeah, this one is gonna be a piece of work. After a moment, she checks her lipstick in the pocket mirror before readjusting her coat. She leans forward to meet your gaze. Welcome. It's certainly cushy down here. To think this grand a place beyond the bookstore. How very Vincent. You know Vincent? Yeah, he's the man who invited me. He probably mentioned I'd be showing up. He's quite the fan. Her nails tap rhythmically to some invisible music. You can't tell if she's waiting for you to say something in particular. Oh, she's definitely waiting for us to say, oh yeah, you're the girl from the thing. Vincent has not mentioned you. No, he mustn't. Carmen, Olivia. That's probably some kind of list I'm on. A VIP kind of affair. I'm an actor slash singer slash radio host. If you haven't heard of me, you've certainly heard my voice. Her voice is silky and delicate like a silver bell. You don't mind listening to it, even though it drips of audacity. Oh, that Carmine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he mentioned you. See? We all need a little push to jog our memories sometimes. Perhaps you heard about the time I saved the performance of dandies and dames at the Classic Grand? Maybe. The stagehand forgot to leave a prop gun on stage. I ended up singing bang bang noises to finish the performance. The audience loved it. The director went along with it. The show got middling reviews, but I was praised for my quick finishing and my coolness under pressure. You need something to drink? You buying? Put it on my tab. I'll be here often. I eagerly await your performance. Anything you like? Something fruity. I love tropical fruits in particular. Alright then. Let's get you something fabulous. Thank you. My throat is absolutely parched. If we're gonna be exotic, we might as well go straight for the pineapple juice, right? Coconut cream in a drink. Oh, I don't know if that's good. I like coconut a lot, but in my cooking, not in my drink. Oh, it's rum and pineapple. In general, you cannot go wrong with that. I'm not sure if there's this. I think this is a pina colada, pretty much. Yeah, let's do that. All right then. Of course, it comes with a little pirate's hook. What a surprise. Okay, nearly butchered that one. Almost like I couldn't serve drinks. That would be horrible. Which reminds me, when I was the other day at the furniture store, I saw this really cool bar. This really cool bar cabinet that also had a folding out table. It was like a very small bar table that you could fold out. I would love to have it, but I don't know where I would even put it at my place. It'd probably take up too much room. The only way I could do it if I had bar chairs as well. That's the other problem as well. I needed bar chairs to go with it, and then, well, then we're really in a problem because where am I gonna put those chairs afterwards? Such dilemmas, really. Alright then. So she says, astonishing, flawless, incredible, divine. Absolutely brilliant use of everything. Inspirational, honestly. Ah, we nailed it. What a day. How did I tell you about my radio career? She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she leans forward and curls a finger to pull you close. Well, today, I spend the majority of my time treating contracts. I'm starting my own show, you see. Interesting. Something daring, something bold, something that'll knock the socks right off my listeners. I'm calling it Chamomile and Carmine. Classy, right? Absolutely. You're one of the first to hear about it. But well, I suppose I let my mouth run when I'm a little tipsy, so more we'll find out soon. Picture me in my sultry voice, broadcast nationwide to the people of Tara, even the poor folks who can't make it to my stage performances. I'm so excited. Congrats. Good things happens to good people, you know. Oof. I wish that was true. Sure. Olivia swills the last bit of her drink and takes a long sip. She wipes her mouth with a tissue before setting the empty glass down beside your hand. Thank you for the drink. I will be back. Though hopefully you won't have to wait too long to hear my voice. Kisses. With a slight stumble, she pulls herself up, winks at you, and takes a leave. See you soon. Unfortunately, not a lot of useful things we learned today, but definitely got in touch with some people that might know more. So that's a good thing, right? Let's end the day. At the end of each day, you return to your home office where you can review your clues on the clue board and try to make some new deductions. Besides structuring your thoughts, the clue board also has another very important function. The important function is that we have the lovely air conditioners from Mel coming in. Welcome in, Mel. How's it going? Welcome to this Gilded Cage, everyone. My name is Jay. I'm joined today by Jason, who is next to me. And also in multiple spaces, we are using the PNG today because this is a game in a speakeasy. Yes, we are playing Best Served Cold, which is a game where we're going to be doing some crime sleuthing, but we're also running a Prohibition-era speakeasy, so I thought that would be a perfect game for the channel. I hope you're doing well. I hope your stream was good. I hope you had a lot of fun with the co-working. I saw a message earlier today. You're still busy working on the print shop, right? You're still making stickers and buttons. I heard earlier that you had some of them get rained on and break. I hope you managed to recuperate a lot of them now, and I hope that everything was well in general. As for the rest of you, including Mel and the raiders, if you need to raid and run, if you need to get yourself something to eat or drink, or go to bed, or be anywhere else than here, then please go and do that. And if not, you're more than welcome to hang out with us as we do a little bit of deduction and a lot of mixing drinks. You're flapping your you're flapping your arms to help cool everyone down. That is amazing. Caca! You have to raid and run, but good luck, have fun, and thank you for welcoming my community. You are utmost welcome. Thank you for sharing your community with me, and I hope that you will have a great time with me. Unfortunately, we all have to go into a break soon, so let's read through what we have to do for the deduction board, and then I'm going to step away for a couple minutes. And also, thank you for the hydrate. It is very much needed in this weather. Right then. So, some clues can be connected to form new evidence. Spotted a contradiction or two pieces of evidence that tell you something about the same person or event? Try combining them. You can combine two clues by connecting their pins with red string. Of course, it's always red string. To place a clue you have found on the board, simply click and drag them over from the clue list on the right. Clues on the board can be arranged as you wish to help you in your investigation. So we have the last drop to space and his favorite speakeasy. At any point you can remove a clue by dragging and dropping it back. They do seem to be related, and let's see what happens. We found a clue. Peter frequented the last drop, the speakeasy where Natalie Reed's murder took place before it was shut down. He should be able to tell me who else went there to drink, and if any of them visit the nightcap. Right, so for those of you who just raided in, the context behind this game is we're running a speakeasy. We have a criminal past, so we already owe some people a couple favors, including Peter. We worked with him. He's a debt collector for the mafia, so not exactly the kind of person you want to piss off. Let's put it like that. And we very early on, there's some murders happening, and we ran into a police officer who more or less told us, you have 2 weeks to help me with my investigation, or I lose my job, and you go to jail. It's very simple. So we are under a bit of time pressure to try and solve this case. Okay, so now we have a combined clue. They are key to my investigation. Building a solid case will hinge on making these connections. Asking your customers about these new clues will often lead you to new insights as well. Not all clues can be combined, but if you're ever stuck, try and see if there's any new deductions you can make. Proceed to the next day, click on the code track. Okay, so Yeah, there's not much else we can go from here. But what we can deduce from this is we should definitely ask Peter about the last drop. That makes a lot of sense. Okay then, before we continue on to the third day... by the way, this is our landlord. It's a bit... I wouldn't exactly hang portraits of myself, but there you go. There's one of our landlords right here. Before we continue on, I'm going to take a very quick break. And we'll close up and open up again on the third day out of 16. A lot of people today. Well, well. Look who's still open. In a world of dwindling lights, you're a beacon in the night. Very poetic. I don't plan on closing anytime soon. Let's catch up, just like the old days. Alright, let's ask him about the last drop. The story about the broad that got iced to the speakeasy. What about it? What do you think happened? You read the story. I'm sure the journals did a great job. They always do. Don't be like that. I want your opinion. You're fishing, and for what? I got nothing for you. You and me both know how this show plays out. The papers spin the same stories, the hoi polloi get all worked up, and ain't no one got the real facts. Except for the ones who know how to keep their mouths shut. And folk who say the city accountants are fabricating the killings, they got their heads screwed on wrong. But Covey officials can barely patch a hole in the road, far less stage a murder. I know a professional job when I see one, and this ain't professional, but it was done by someone who has experience. Someone who planned it out real careful, and who's done it before. Did you visit that speakeasy? Yes. And? Plenty of folk were there, so don't go making any interferences. You know where the line is. No need to see it happens if you step over. So who else went there? Hard to tell. It was a mixed crowd. Let me think. Alina Dragos, the type of rich blonde who don't want nothing to do with me. Last year she made it big thanks to her daddy winning the low jackpot at the poker tourney. Elliot, the sour-faced alcoholic who popped in occasionally. If he was in school, I'd beat the snot out of him and take his milk money. I still might. And Killian Durant, the rich kid with the baby face and the soft hands. Are you taking roll call? If this bartending dig doesn't work out, I suggest a job as an interpret reporter. What do you think of that, Scoops? Okay, I was just curious. Right. Well, we still have some questions for Peter. So, let's catch up like the old days. Alright, let's see. I think I'm gonna have to give him something first. Before we ask him anything else. A drink, Peter? Maybe just one. You don't want my lips loosening. Who knows what I'll say. Alright, so we know that the cold winter was a pretty good one. I would like to find something that gives us a little more actions, but it seems like they all give. The only one is the equivalent of the Bloody Mary, and I don't think he's gonna like that very much. So I think we're gonna go with this. So what is vodka, coffee, liquor, cream, coffee? This is an espresso martini, yeah. Except it's vodka. Oh no, Streak dead? Oh no, I'm sorry, Biscuit. It's because the stream crashed and I had to restart it. But it's okay, it means you can make a new streak. How are you doing, Biscuit? Welcome in. Or are you gonna rename yourself to Lust Me Streak? Alright then, let's make this. And then we need to quick save, because we're gonna ask some annoying questions. There we go. Okay, let's see. Quick save. There we go. So... You streamed yesterday and I missed it. That's also very possible. That's good. I was on live twice yesterday even. So, very possible. But don't worry about it. Happy to have you here. Alright. You know anything about Natalie Reid? It's a shame about her accident. The murder. Murder then. I saw her here and there. And I reckon it's real odd that she got iced. Yeah, unfortunately the redeems are broken today. So, but I will do a little stretch for you. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that's the reason I had to restart the stream this evening. A lot of things are broken, unfortunately. Nothing I can do. We'll have to take it. Right then. I reckon it's real odd that she got iced. Why do you think it's odd? He didn't seem like the victim type, you know? You elaborate? He tilts his head for a moment, and you can see his eyebrow shift, giving you a knowing look. She was confrontational, fearless. Most people are intimidated by me, but she brushed me off. She brushed off my employer a few times too. Usually the ones that have been victims are the ones who don't fight back. Even drunk, she'd probably put up a good fight. Really? I reckon so. Killed from behind, right? Whoever stuck her probably thought they couldn't take her in a fight. The police, whoever's holding your leash, should be looking at cowards. That's what you should be investigating. Who says I'm investigating? You're asking a lot of questions. People with our background know better. No one ever got iced for asking too few questions. You are right. Hey, if you got someone pulling your chain, I get it. Someone holding something over you, I guess. Maybe. Don't be coy. We go way back. I get it. Right. Right then. So the preference thing... Actually, can I ask that? Without getting into trouble? I like something pure like vodka. Anything else? Coffee. You work late? You know I do. Nothing good happens in the morning, so best sleep through it. I get a lot more done when everyone else is asleep and out of my way. Despite the name, I called... Okay, so if we didn't guess it, he straight up tells us what drink he likes best. So... Can I ask if he never went legit? Alright, let's quick save and try ask that. Let's both assume I'm not in the mood for this conversation right now. Ask me again when your words are as sweet as the booze. Alright then, well... Okay, I see. So... We cannot ask this because we don't have enough affection with this person. Okay, so how's the work? How's the job? Okay, you know what? Sure, I'll play on with this amnesia source. My job is the same as ever. I'm a problem solver. Thank you, no. I appreciate it. I'm a problem solver. And the problem I solve is this. What do you do when someone who owes you money stops paying you? I make sure agreements are kept and nobody breaks their word. In a way, I have all parties involved because one way or another, the deal they made won't be broken. Where possible, I hope my business never involves my friends. Business is never personal one for me. But the way I do business, some people take it real personal. Gotcha. Well, I don't go home, but I can't stay here. Make sure you don't get into a mischief while I'm gone. That's my job. Will do. Alright then. Oh, we can pull over any of these four. Or should we talk to the lonely gentleman over there? Maybe we should talk to him first, right? Let's do that. Okay, he's already pissed off. That's a bad start. So, office worker. A moody-looking man sits down. He takes a deep breath and hunches over the bar, avoiding eye contact. Long day? Every day is the same length. Can I get a cocktail? Sure. As your hand moves to grip a glass, he holds his palms up, stopping you. Wait. Please make sure it's a clean glass? All of my glasses are clean. I'm sure, but I've had bad experiences. Smudges and such. One glass, no smudges. Good. I'll have that cocktail. Interesting that this person... I immediately noticed that normally when you wear a tie, you fold your collar to go over your tie, but for some reason this person has not done that. Not a look I care much for, but it is an option, I suppose. Alright. So... Okay, so he has a look at the glass and gives us a nod. So he would like a cocktail. What do we reckon he feels like? Oh no, that's 1,000 points down the drain. Why would you do that? A lot of them... Assume that everything you click does not work, okay? I'm very sorry. That one should actually work, though. Let me try and have a look as to what I can do about that. Because normally the overlay in-game should be fine. So let me try that. No, never mind. Mix it up is completely jammed, so I'm not gonna... There's nothing I can do about that. I'm very sorry. Okay, what can we give this gentleman? I feel like he'd maybe enjoy the poison drop. Let's give it a go. Oh, there we go. I guess night count? You have no hints? No, we're gonna try it, and if he hates it, then too bad, right? Let's see. A little bit of an orange. That's a nice drink. Clean glass. Crystal. Yeah, okay, we guessed right. Let's go. You watch him down the rest. When the glass is empty, he wipes it carefully with his sleeve, making sure to clean the rim where his lips were. You a big drinker? There's not much else to do in Bukovi. To be honest, I'm not usually out on days like these, but my date got cancelled. Are you open the whole weekend? We are. Good. That's when I usually need to drink. I'm Elliot, by the way. I live a few streets over. Sorry, it's nice to meet you, Elliot. Can I get you something else? No, I should get home. Thanks a lot for the drink. I'll be back soon. Shit, should I maybe have asked him something else? Let me try the quick save. Oh shit, how far back does this go? Okay, so it seems... Yeah, okay, we can't go back after that. I think it saved our progress. Damn it. Oh, quick save here. Let's talk to... Who of these people looks the most amicable? Let's try this girl. Right then. The young well-dressed woman sits at the bar and waits. She doesn't seem the happiest, but as soon as you look at her, she puts on a smile and kneels on the bar. What can I get you? I don't really know, if I'm honest. Too many options. How about I pick? I appreciate that. I feel a bit out of my depth here. Something light though. I have work in the morning. Any flavors you're fond of? Tomato. I'm looking for a tomato. I mean, we can... Yeah, well, I guess we're giving her the Bloody Mary. Oh, the people have different tolerances, by the way. So this is tomato, but it's pretty strong. So let's try it anyway. I don't think I've ever actually tried this cocktail, but then again, I don't think the idea of drinking alcoholic gazpacho really sells it to me. That's lovely, thank you. Places like this are fascinating to me. I'm not used to all this. You're as welcome as anyone. She tilts her head as if she's wondering whether to agree or not. I keep thinking the constabulary will arrest me any moment. If my friends were caught, they would pay a fine, but I'd end up in jail. I understand. Yeah, I think you do. I'm Maria Poppa, by the way. I'm here with my friend Alina. Speaking of, I should probably go back there. I wouldn't want to miss out on another story from Wendy about how her butler's getting fat and her swimming pool is too big. Good luck. You see her put on a smile, grab her drink, and make her way over to the table. Alright then. Not much we can get out of her. Wait, can I call her back? Is that a thing? Good evening. Should chat, I guess. Pass the time. Let's go with... Tell me about yourself. What would you know to know? I'm a people pleaser. Is that okay? I work at the old tailor's in the stacks. You're the girl that seems good. Talk about drinking and dancing, but I just keep my head down. They think I'm dull, but I knew that place would catch fire one day. Also, seems good is a pretty good name for a tailor. There's a fire? That building is a death cloud. We don't know who blew the fuse box. In a house of matches, it can be hard to find the first spark, you know? But it didn't burn down completely. Alina and I just can't play chess in the basement anymore. Play chess? When we were at school, we played for boiled sweets. It's a wonder we still have teeth. The women in the workhouse think I'm quiet and boring, but I watch them, and I see things. Patterns, not just in the fabric, but in this city, in people, and most of all in chess. Alina is good, but most days I can beat her. There's a fire in me, competition. Even without candy, victory's still sweet. You're a grandmaster? Not quite, although I have won some tournaments. We both won a few, but none that were official, or major. Alina always beats me when the stakes are high. It's like the pressure of playing against my friend makes me wilt. In the heat of competition, she lights up and I burns out. She just wants it more. I once asked her what her secret is. I'll never forget what she said. Never dim your star to make others shine brighter. You have any not so intense hobbies? Cooking, I guess? A great Sarmel. But it's starting to feel like a job interview instead of a drinks order. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, we can ask about the chess. We could try. Do you think she know anything about Reed? We can try. Accountant? I don't think I met her. I'm sure I didn't. Do you hear about her death? Saw the headlines. Like the start of some macabre murder mystery, but without the cheering ending. Probably. The police will catch whoever did it. Maybe a killer can get away with murdering street girls or factory workers. But someone not like her. Well, let's hope that. I don't think I actually have much else to ask her, because asking about chess and drinking. Let's tell her that I have a couple things. The thing I don't know with the actions is this only for her or is this in global? It comes out of left field. Did you know this random person? Considering it's all over the news, I don't think it's that I don't think it's that strange to ask, although it is not exactly a happy topic. Alright. Damn, I don't know how this action system works. Can I only talk to her? Nah, I think because the game it says you really want to stop. So let's ask her some more stuff. So you can play chess? Yeah, we do. We've been partners since we were 8. We met at a class club in school. We were rivals but ended up being best friends. So that's a very long friendship. I know her better than myself at this point. Chess is about getting into your opponent's head. I like it in Sanders. Does that sound strange? A little bit. We can get very competitive, but we share the same dream. To get a little bit better every day. And to beat all those stuffy old bearded men at the chess council together. We know each other so well now, I'm not sure our practice is helping us to get to the next level. But I also enjoy the time we spend together. We dream of one day beating Bukovi's top grandmaster. We're getting close. Alina won a tournament a few weeks ago. And I came second. I was so happy. We played against each other in the finals and it was intense. It felt like my whole life was building to that moment. Since we were in the top spots, we knew we'd already qualified for the next tournament in a few months with the Grandmasters. So in a way, the final was like a victory lap for us. I talked about chess too much. Sometimes I can't tell if I'm talking too much about something I love. But either way, thanks for listening. Anytime, that's my job as a bartender. Alright then. So, you're not much of a drinker, are you? Not really. If I'm honest, I come here because Lena asked me along. Leaving her at the bar alone isn't something I'm comfortable with. You're a good friend. I think so too. Alina and I have been through a lot. I like knowing she's safe. Even if it means drinking. Oh, it's not so bad. Sometimes me having a few drinks make the book I'm reading even more exciting. For I often lose my place and have to read the same page over and over. I can confirm, drinking and reading does not mix. At all. You will not be able to keep your attention. Well, you're welcome to read anything on the shelves. Really. I mean, thanks. Thank you. I wasn't sure if a speakeasy was for me, but a speakeasy with a library? Well, there's a bookshop upstairs if you want to take the book home as well. Alright then. There's not much else we can ask her. We can ask her what drink she likes. She says Spice Fatale, so the spice, blah blah blah. Interesting. Okay, never mind. We managed to get a bit of forfeit out of her. I can, but I don't judge. I appreciate that, still. It's growing on me a tad. I don't know if that's a good thing. I prefer these cocktails to the beer my father drinks. I'd better not make it a habit though. That's your choice. Okay then. We are done here. I have some things to attend to. Great. See you soon. See ya. Alright then. Should we have a chat with... I'm gonna guess this is Alina, so let's go have a chat with her. A woman sits down at the bar. Her eyes are piercing. She scans the room, then you, taking everything in. She's dressed up, with diamond earrings, pearl necklace, and a coat that could be mink. Ugh. Not a big fan of that. What can I get you? This place is as charming as is easy to find. When Alina mentioned the speakeasy on the boulevard, I can't say I expected. Yes, it's not Alina. Okay. Money has flooded into the Bakuvi Boulevard and washed away the dirt, but some of the character too. However, it seems to have flowed past this venue without impact. I can't say I like the attitude, but you're probably not wrong. I can't tell. Okay. I can't tell if it's a compliment. As close to one as you'd like you get from me. I'm Wendy Brooker. You might have heard of my father. You haven't. But she says it with enough confidence that you feel like you should. Well, I don't think you'll need to ask around too much to know my reputation. Impeccable. And if you stay on my good side, I'll even think of an endearing nickname for you. Okay. Would you like a drink? Don't make me beg. What does a lady like to drink? Something strong enough to make everything look a little just more fabulous, but not too much. Okay. Let's see if I can impress you. A difficult task, but nothing is impossible. Okay, so something with a bit of a kick. I think the ruby is probably gonna do it, right? Let's go with that. Bam. A twist. Not bad, but too many of these and I'll get bored. I'll take this back to my table now. Yeah, have a good one. Okay. Actually, I'd be more interested in trying to talk to Alina. I think this is Alina then. Okay. A young woman sits casually at the bar. Before she says a word, she looks at the list of drinks on the wall behind you. A tad confused. Good evening. Hey. What can I get you? I know what I'm feeling today. I want something strong, but I'm also craving something sweet. What can you do? I can try and help make up your mind. That'd probably help. Okay, let's roll the dice. Surprise me. What do you like? Oh, never mind. Okay, that's just a repeat. Okay. Strong and sweet. Well, if I have to guess, is that one that has straight up sugar in it? I really don't want to serve them the same thing. Oh, actually, they have a really high tolerance. I hate to say it, but I think this one might be my best bet again. I am serving a couple of repeats here and there. Let's see if she likes it. If not, we can always try something else. Well, I definitely don't hate it. Thanks. You mean open long? Okay, so that's not her favorite, but it's a good one. Not particularly. I thought this place seemed new. Below a bookshelf, too. I used to come here to buy books when I was a kid. Never mind, father gave me pocket money. Either way, consider me sold, I guess. How do you afford somewhere on the boulevard? Let's just say Vincent owns the place. Right. Anyway, I'm Alina Dragos. I brought a few friends along and we're already a bit tipsy, if you haven't noticed already. She didn't have to tell you that. They reek of booze. You hide it well. Yeah, we found a ball in the basement. We're celebrating our friend's birthday. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for my friends. I hope they haven't wandered off. Take care. You too. Okay, I definitely want to talk more to her because... What does a girl need to get a drink? You still have one. Right, let's have a chat. Ooh. Are you single? I'm not asking that. Alright. Let's ask... So there's 7 subjects and I ask her 4 of them. I just go straight up. This is what I would do if I was doing this kind of interrogatey questioning things. Like, how are you finding it here? Pleasant crowd mostly. There's a few people here that I'm not on great terms with. But it's a bar, so that's to be expected. Who? I'd rather not get into it, honestly. I have a feeling I know who you... Get the quick save in case it pisses her off. Do you? Who? Probably Peter. Peter? Nah, Peter's a pussycat. You're just gonna give him a saucer of milk and stroke his fur. And by that, I mean give him hard liquor. And don't always bottle any money. That's my experience, at least. Maria's too. How do you know Peter? You mean how does someone like me know Peter? He's been to other speakeasies. And when he's not collecting money, he's a sweetie. Really? Right. I'm not sure what that means. Right. Who are the people you came with? You know, I don't particularly like the nouveau riche. Or the older riche. Killian is sweet but painfully insolent. Wendy has her moments. The only person I really want around me is Maria. So, what's so good about Maria? She's just the most down-to-earth person. I've known her for most of her life. The others, though... So why do you hang out with them? Because they're useful. The wealthy don't see us as people. We're tools. So I've sort of adopted that mindset. But you're also rich. You're not getting it. I was born poor. That stain stays with you. For Killian, he was born middle class. So he's closer to home. I might be wealthy now, but I didn't come into money from gem mining or property or an aristocratic aunt. Gambling. My father has money now, but all that means that he has more to lose, and gamblers always lose in the end. If I don't ingratiate myself with these people, maybe shack up with one of them, I will have nothing again. I'll be nothing to them. In the grand scheme, I'm a blip. A momentary fleeting thing in these people's lives. I've got to hook them in, get them invested, and eventually probably marry one. I have to keep this lifestyle. I just wish I could, I don't know, trust them a bit more. Some of them are decent, I think. But I know where I came from, and I know I won't go back. That has to be my focus. Okay, so... I can't help but feel that if that's how you feel about people, if all you think is they see you as a tool, and you're also trying to use them as a tool to maintain your lifestyle, I can understand why they don't seem to have a particularly high amount of trust in you, Alina. It is quite the plan. I'm a chess player. Playing hand is what I do. It still seems a bit cynical. I mean pragmatic. Seeing how quickly people changed the ways they treated the money the moment I got money behind me left me a little jaded, I suppose. On good days, I think my new friends aren't like that. They're better than that. Wendy and Killian might have more than I admit, but I still don't fully trust them. Yet. Can ask about her and Maria. Let's ask her if she knows Natalia. I'm not talking about that evil floozy. I'm here to have a good time. Alina seems very guarded about the topic. She also needs to know something. Perhaps she's more talkative when drunk. Okay. Alright, she definitely knows something. But we have to get her a bit more smashed. Unfortunately, you can only seem to serve her one drink, so that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to think of something to work. Let's ask her about Maria. What about us? Oh shit, that's not the question I wanted to ask, but Fuck it, I guess we are now. Maria? No. But we're close. I must have been mistaken then. I get it a lot. She's still blushing. It seems to be something she won't discuss unless she really trusts you. Ah. Right then. See you later. Okay, so that's something. We found something that we need together. Well, without beating around the bush, we need to put more drinks in her. And the other thing is something she doesn't trust us with yet, which is very understandable. This is the first time she's coming here, and then you have this bartender trying to poke a whole bunch of questions. Oh shit, she also left. Okay. Well, let's have a chat with, I think this is Killian then? Before he even sits down, you can tell this young man has an attitude. He frowns at the bar, his seat, the drink selection, then you. You wish you weren't so good at handling men like him. You've had more experience than you wish for. He looks your way when he sits down. When you don't immediately give him attention, he taps the bar table twice. What can I get you? Surprise me. A hint, maybe? Well, I'm a big fan of rum, I think. You think. You watch him try to get comfortable in his seat. He looks over his shoulder at the speakeasy, then regards you with an urgent look in his eye. You're the bartender, so tend bar and serve me something. I don't drink too much. My parents are into wines, not cocktails. I can take that. Alright then. Something with rum, huh? That would be... I think the... Okay, yeah, he has no tolerance. The minty drink. Let's try it. So... There we go. There we go. So if I had to guess, this would be very close to a caipirinha, which is a good drink. I like it. Actually, no, if it's a mint punch, it's a mojito. 100%, that's a good drink. Oh, this looks fine indeed. I'm Killian. You might have met my parents at some point, the Durans. Might have. You might have met a doctor with that surname, though it's pretty fuzzy. Fine people. I suppose as private doctors. Perhaps a bit out of your price range for healthcare. With that, he pays, turns around, and goes to sit back at the table. Well, what an ass. Good thing his parents are doctors, because who knows if you keep up that attitude, what might happen to you. Right then. Is there anything we can talk to Maria about? No, actually there's not. Okay, I'm just sorry. I need to skip through this. Because I actually have nothing I can ask her, which is a little strange. Okay. Let's try to talk to Wendy then. Alright. Meet again. What would you like to know? So how do you know everyone? I'm cordial with Alina and Maria, and I know Killian. We met no clue we can present. The option didn't come up. We met a while ago in the tango class, you know, in pre-prohibition times. Don't get me wrong, they're not hideously dull or anything. I just feel they are slow to trust and reluctant to say anything. Genuine. You feel the same? Or are you an open book? It takes me a while. Wait, let's do this first. Takes me a while to warm up. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Good. You have secrets that could ruin you. Sharing them with people is like handing them a loaded gun. In this case, though, we're all breaking the rules to be here. So I'd encourage a kind of mutual trust-distrust paradox. Let's keep each other's secrets together. Let's ruin the fun for everyone. You at risk being here? She laughs. The first time it sounds genuine. You've amused her. And she let the mask sit for a moment. You know plenty like her. And learn to never let your guard down around them. No, I wish there was something as exciting as a police informant among us. But alas, we are as we seem. Well, other than Maria, she's not rich at all. They're poor, in fact. You can tell. If you look closely, you can tell. Well, aside from the fact she told me, I don't need to look at her. She purses her Birb sleevely, a smile crashing across her face. It's not the friendliest thing to say. Friendly? What an odd concept. Alina pays for everything. Maria's a puppy in her purse. But we all do what we must. In her position, maybe I'd do the same. The poor girl's get must be the spinning. Evenings in the casinos, speakeasies and clubs with Alina, then back to her threadbare bedsheets each night in the stacks. What a contrast. It's cruel, really. Okay, have to be careful here, but that's good to know. Do you even like Maria? As I said, the three of us, Alina included, are cordial. They could grow on me. Maria and Alina have some quirks, which I like. Imperfections. And they're both sharp as tacks, if you haven't heard. Maria hides in a shy facade, while Alina hides in her layer of, well, bluntness. Opinions are fluid. For example, I didn't care for you, but perhaps the tide is slowly shifting. Same with the girls Lena and Maria. It would just ease off on the chest chat and actually address the sexual tension in the room instead. I might enjoy the company a great deal more. Yeah, of course. Oh wait, I can show clues. Right, I could ask her about the... we could ask her about the... Can I ask her about the last drop? Maybe let's ask her first about Natalia. The dead woman, I knew of her. It's quite vulnerable when you're in the company of Alina Drogos, especially when she had a couple drinks. How come? I could bore you with long-winded stories about Alina's infamous drunken rants, but why would I deny you the pleasure of experiencing them firsthand? You certainly seem to be well placed to engineer such rants once again. Just give me a warning before you do, so I may cover my ears in time. I will try. What would you like to know, bartender? Right then. Let's try ask her about the last drop. The kind of place where you wipe your feet on the way. Not exactly my scene, darling. Okay, well, that was a bust. She doesn't seem to know very much about... Right, so... let's see what else we have. Okay, so we know Alina and Killian were there. So Elliot is... he's that businessman. Shit, I should have maybe have asked him about it then. I forgot about that. And Killian is that guy. Okay, we can ask him about it then. Let's end it here. And let's talk to Killian instead. We meet again. That tends to happen if you visit. I bet you hear all sorts of tittle-tattle in here. What's the subject of the day? Did you know Natalia? Little. I saw her at the Hotel Jubilee a while ago. I saw her, greeted her, and she threw up all over my new suit. I helped get her a radio cab home. Really? She was a bit of a mess. My father always said loose women of weaker means lack the ability to handle alcohol with grace, like more for fine ladies. Your father also was an expert at making statements that should not have been said. You know she passed away, right? Yeah, Alina told me this morning. But more in that fleeting, oh maybe I'll die one day, some sort of way. I didn't really know her, so... Do we wanna... I kind of want to stick it to him. If I stick it to him, I think he's gonna be a little upset about it. Is that a threat? Just a fact. It's not a nice thing to say, is it? Okay, that kind of worked out. Okay. So what do you think of Alina? Alina's a lot of fun to be around. She's like summer sun bursting for clouds. Poetic. Very bubbly. Funny that someone like her can come from such a poor family. Lots of personality. Sometimes what comes out of her mouth sounds like intellectual gibberish to me. But even the most frivolous words are kissed on the way out by those heavenly lips. Yeah, of course, of course. So why are you drinking so much? You clearly don't enjoy it. It's something to do. Nights are boring without parties. That's it, really. Seems to be hiding something. So we have to get him a bit more of a drink. Alright, let's ask him about... Let's try and ask it. Wait, before we do that, we do the little quick save. Let's ask him about the fact he went to the last drop. Sure, I visited. If I don't get home soon... Okay, that was an absolute bust. He used to go there. Amazing. Alright, let's ask Maria about something then. Okay, what can I ask her about? Let's ask her about the last drop. I've never been there, but I'm pretty sure Lena has. Alright, well, that was a bust. Nothing much else we could tell her. And what can we ask her about? So we already asked her about this, so that's not going to help us. What else can we talk to her about? So tell me about yourself. I love that idea. She opens her mouth in mock surprise. That's so little delighted giggle. What's there to say? I grew up at Papa's old estate, Home Heath, out in the country. I moved to Bukovi because I got bored. And I come to dive bars like this because I love the entertainment. Dive bar? That's it, you fit right in. Oh, are we sparring? That's adorable. You continue to meet my expectations. Ah, people must love you. Come, darling. I'm being exceedingly gentle. Let's get to know each other better. Or worse, if you prefer. At start, I was born and moved here, and now I'm sat in this cramped little stool talking to someone who has a very colorful background. So how do you know about my background? I know a lot, darling. And most of what I know I keep to myself. That has been delightful. I mean that. It's refreshing to have repartee with someone who can keep up. Alright, sure. Alright, have a good one. I guess that's gonna be it then. Okay, so not much more clues aside from talking to Peter. No, nothing new we can deduct for today. That's a bit of a bust. I was hoping we'd probably get some more info, but it's still early on. Hit the save again. And... yeah, that's looking like not much else we can do for now. So... right then, let's, yeah. So I'm very sorry to say this, but I do think I'm going to be passing you on a little early today. I am quite tired. And being tired doesn't really give me the energy to keep me going with these pretentious people in the speakeasy. So I'm going to take us back in the bar, and I'm going to see who we can raid. I do apologize. I wish I could be around for a little longer, but I'm not as awake as I was hoping I would be.